This is an ISE preview special. My name is Tim Albright. I am your host with AVNation. We're taking a moment here in the month of January and chatting with some folks who are exhibiting at ISE, Integrated Systems Europe, February 6th through the 9th in beautiful Amsterdam at the RAI. With me today is my buddy Brad from Control4. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How you doing, Tim?
Doing well, doing well. You guys have been busy already in 2018. Real quickly to just to kick it off and talk about what we're referencing. You guys purchased the monitoring software and the monitoring platform ihiji here about a week or so ago. So I'm assuming that you guys will start integrating them here in the next month or so.
Yeah, so we've actually already started heading into the acquisition. The team started working together. So we're busy working on bringing the two platforms together. We're really excited to have that done. That'll happen sometime later this year, and we can release it to those guys. So yeah, we never really rest here, it feels like.
Well, you don't. And one of the things that you guys, real quickly, the reason we're talking about this is to tell people that you're going to be at ISE. The location that you guys are going to be at is Hall 10, N130, Nancy 130, in Hall 10. As you're looking at the RAI, it's there in the back left-hand corner. The last, I'm going to say 2 years, and you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, you've purchased both or acquired both PackEdge and Triad. You did in 2017. This is the first time, though, that folks in Europe are going to be able to see all the Triad stuff. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So they will have a big presence in our booth. Our booth is in the same place it's been for the last several years, right as you walk in. In the back third of the booth now will have the entire Triad line, which is great because speakers are one of those things that, one, you want to hear, and two, you just want to get your hands on and be able to understand the relative size differences, the quality differences between each of the product lines. So looking forward to that. I think it's a really interesting way of showing all of the products there.
Okay, you made a really good point, and something that not a whole lot of manufacturers realize: getting your hands on speakers. And I know that sounds stupid, right? But it's not. It's because, yes, you want to hear them, but you also want to physically interact with them. And you're right. Get the heft. Get how these are actually going to install. So people are going to be able to actually, sound silly, but touch and feel and actually listen to the speakers.
Yep, exactly. See the finish, see the quality of the build. All of that is really important when you go into different projects, and being able to really understand the difference between each of the speakers is important so that you can make the best recommendation for your customers.
You and I talked, and actually you talked with my buddy Matt Scott at CEDIA 2017 in San Diego this year. You made a big splash. You made some significant announcements this year at CEDIA. But this is the first time your European dealers are going to be able to see some of these things, some stuff like the when then and the homeowner personalization. When you're walking through the European dealers who've read this stuff for the last 6 months, how do you walk them through, if they don't quite grab the significance of what some of this new the new offerings are you're bringing?
So yeah, I think at CEDIA, giving them demos and having them speak with the product manager really made a difference in the dealer's understanding of where does this product line fit, where does this product fit, and why is it a good thing for my business. So I think that's the biggest thing, is showing them what it can do, but then more importantly, having a discussion about how they can use it in their business, why their customers will want this, why this isn't a threat, why this actually helps grow your business. And in every interaction, people left with a deeper understanding and a greater appreciation for what when then can actually do for their customers.
Talk about the threat for a second, because I think that is actually a significant point. Is when this was announced, and I'm a former programmer, I still do it somewhat on the side. I saw that, and I could see the point of the threat. But then after talking with some of your folks and talking with your project manager, it became very clear why it wasn't. Explain to somebody if they're sitting here going, okay, wait a minute, what now? Why that is not a threat to existing programmers?
So it's a really good question. One of the things that we have seen, and I'm sure nearly every integrator has run into a conversation with a customer that says, hey, what if I want things changed later? Do I have to call you every time? And I have had customers, lost customers that chose something else, that told me, I really was interested in Control4. I think it's a great solution, but I didn't want to have to call my dealer every single time. I wanted one little thing changed. And this is really designed for things like set up and configure a push notification, or change a playlist, or change the schedule on my outdoor light. Those are little things that are important to a homeowner, but it's not really the area where a dealer adds a whole lot of value anyway. So giving the homeowner that flexibility while retaining the areas where a dealer does provide a lot of value to a homeowner, that initial programming, the installation, the expertise, and understanding what products to choose, how to install them, how to configure them, that's where a dealer should spend their time. So that's the reason, and I think it's been validated out in the market. That's the reason that we confidently can deliver a product like this, because it's only adding to the customer experience, and it's not taking away from the dealer experience in any way.
Yeah, absolutely. I would be remiss if we also didn't talk about Package. They will also be there in the Control4 stand. What are we going to see from Package?
So the new wireless router, which has actually gone gangbusters from a sales perspective out in EMEA in Europe, they've really eaten that up, which has been a great product for them. But then more importantly, our Package Certified Networking Administrator program, or PCNA for short, which has been awesome. We've had, I think it's 750 or so dealers sign up for this training program.
Good night.
Yeah, it's been, and when you consider that they invest in this training, it's not something you just sign up and you get a whole bunch of free stuff for. There's an actual commitment, there's time spent, and people are now getting through the exam and now getting certified. And we've had just really amazing feedback from all of the dealers that have spent time with the material, and they say, we're learning really good and really important things. So this is the first time that we'll be able to talk to some of those dealers about that program and hopefully get them on board as well.
All right, very good. Well, Brad, as people are making plans to go to ISE again, the hall is hall 10, N130 is where they find the stand. If someone is not going to ISE and they want to follow along to any significant announcements you may or may not make come the first day of the show, how do they do that?
Of course, if you're a dealer, sign into the dealer portal. That's where all the nitty-gritty details will be published. Twitter is a great place. We have a Twitter feed just for dealers and one for consumers, just at control4.com. And then, of course, on our blog is always a good place to check things out as well, just at control4.com.
I appreciate it, Brad Hintze from Control4. My name is Tim Albright. For more information about us, you can find us at avnation.tv, avnation.tv, and you can follow along as we head off to ISE in Amsterdam ourselves, February 6th through the 9th. We'll be going by the Control4 booth and seeing what they announced there, as well as other stuff as well. All that and more at avnation.tv, avnation.tv. Thanks so much for watching.